Yo, 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 it's your boy Ty and Ken. You are tuned in to Chop It Up with Ken, Chop It Up with Ty and Ken, powered by hashtag It Is Written. What's up, Ken? How you doing, bro?
I can't hear.
You can't hear me?
Uh-uh.
I know. Don't tell me you can't hear me.
Hold on,
Try
hold
to,
on, hold on.
try to go off
I'm
and
gonna
come back
go
on.
out. Oh no. Stay in studio. Ah, I don't know what's going on.
That's all right. That's okay. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna send you a. Let's see if we can go to the private chat.
Shoot. Let's
All right,
see.
while we try to figure out some troubleshooting stuff, we're gonna go ahead
Okay.
and get started
All right, bet.
real quick.
Bet.
Again, this is Chop It Up with Ty and Ken. This is something that me and Ken we're gonna try to do on a regular basis. Okay, we're just gonna, you know, see what it's like. Okay, we're gonna go over current news. We're gonna go over sporting events, music, things that me and Ken just kind of enjoy and we talk to each other about. We're gonna go over things from a biblical viewpoint. If you don't know right now, we are co-founders of hashtag It Is Written YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel. We want y'all to subscribe to that YouTube channel. That YouTube channel is hashtag It Is Written. How you can get to the YouTube channel, what you have to do in the search bar of the YouTube, you can type in It Is Written 220. Again, that's It Is Written 220 in the search bar, and we will come up. We have multiple videos over there in which we are dissecting the Word of God, which we are kind of doing what we're doing now, chopping it up and giving our biblical viewpoint on certain things that are happening in the world. And this is just another platform that we can use. Also follow us on our Facebook page. It is written. You can see the logo up at the top above us. Hashtag It Is Written. It is all one word. Ken, we also have a TikTok page. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got a TikTok
Saying you
page.
get it in too, man.
Man, I'm
I've been
trying to do
seeing you,
something.
bro.
I'm trying to do something. A
Got to.
TikTok page, and it's equip and encourage because that's what we do on our YouTube channel. We equip and encourage believers to continue to do what God has called us to do. Um, Real quick, Quinn, man. I mean, I say Quinn, Ken. Real quick, Ken. Let me get a couple prayer requests, real quick, that you had. Just give me like one or two quick prayer requests. Y'all, if y'all watching, go ahead, put some prayer requests that you all may have, and me and Ken definitely gonna be praying for y'all. Yeah, just put them down in the comments. Just let us know what you got, Ken.
Oh man, most always been my family first and
Mhm.
foremost. My wife and my kids. I always want them covered.
Yeah,
You
amen.
know what I'm saying? For real, bro. So that and just our health and strength, man. With it being Easter, Holy Week, man, just
Hmm.
praying for non-believers, bro. We have way too many people these days that's like it's crazy that are able to believe in the craziest, most far out things.
Hmm.
But for some reason, when they get to Jesus, it just don't make sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, so just pray for
that's
people's
good.
hearts, man. Yeah.
That's good. I would say also my family. You can't never go wrong with praying for your family. So first one off the bat is just my wife and her health, and my
Mm-hmm.
daughter and her health. And then I'll also say I'm training somebody here as a police officer. If y'all didn't know, I'm a police officer, and I got somebody I'm training, and just that, you know, everything would go well. That I will communicate effectively what needs to be communicated for officer safety reasons, and just for being somebody who is competent, safe, and respectful in the streets as well as that, because we are
Yeah,
servicing our particular community. So always praying for just on the job type stuff.
that's good, bro. I mean,
Mhm.
how many of us out here overlook praying for work? You know
Mm,
what I'm saying, or praying at work.
yeah, that's good.
Hey, it could be the reason why some things kind of seem like they kind of exposed or be going wrong. But I remember, bro, when I first got into logistics, when I first left Mercy Street, one of the things that I was real intentional about is getting there early before all the guys and
Hmm.
like walking the building and praying.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? Praying for loadouts, praying for
Yeah.
you see these different personalities every morning. You kind of get to hear their stories and hear the stuff they talk about over and over again. Praying for that stuff.
Yeah.
I ain't been as diligent with that lately,
Mhm.
but it's a great reminder. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
it is, man. Now I'm thinking about it, that's something I probably should be doing. And yeah, because our department needs prayer. Every department in the country needs prayer. Everybody need prayer, right?
Ty,
That's just how it go.
I don't know if you noticed, bro, but one of the places, bro, where for a Christian, for a believer that's looking to be on mission,
Mhm.
looking for their work,
Mm.
for lack of better words, bro, work, man. Like
Yeah.
workplace.
Yeah.
Bro, if you turn around, man, people just be hopeless in the workplace, bro.
Mm.
They be frustrated, they
Yeah.
be tired, they be
Mm.
overworked. You know what I'm saying? They don't really understand why they have to keep coming back. Like,
Yeah.
man, it's fertile ground for us, bro, as the light of the world, salt of the earth, salt and the light,
That's good.
to be just exactly that, bro. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Prayer and work definitely goes under the radar because we just want to get in, get out, do my
Heck,
little shift, do my little hours, and
facts.
until the
Yeah.
real ministry starts or whatever. What God has put us in places to be a light wherever we are at.
Come
You know
on.
what I'm saying? So
Come on, bro.
I love that saying that the light that shines the farthest shines the brightest where it's at. And so if you're at
Right.
work and you not
Mm-hmm.
shining, then you missing,
It's an
you missing a
opportunity,
prime
bro.
opportunity to shine for
Fact.
God, for
That's
sure.
right. That's right.
Well, speaking of shine for God, let's go ahead and jump into this first topic. The first topic
Okay.
we have for y'all is Jaden Ivey, the
Yeah.
NBA basketball player who played for the Detroit Pistons and then got traded to the Bulls. Apparently, he said some things that were not in tune and lined in with the policies of the NBA, and he got waived for those things.
Yeah.
Ken, I'm going to go ahead and share our screen and see. I'll share my screen because I have kind of like the news thing that pulled up. So give me a second, y'all, as I always figure this out. It's gonna be rough, but we're gonna figure it
Bear
out.
with us. Bear
Boom,
with us.
boom. All right, let's see. Mhm. Share. Okay. Can you see this, Ken?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So it talks about Bulls wave guard Jaden Ivey after anti-gay comments. Okay. Jamal Collier back in March 30th made this a report. Let me see if I can find exactly where I wanted to start. Where was it? Okay, right here. Follow along, y'all. This is something that Ivy is saying. He said Ivy has gone live on his Instagram account more frequently in the past week, posting at least 3 lengthy videos after he was shut down for the rest of the season by the team because of injury last Thursday. On Monday morning, he called out the NBA for promoting Pride Month, saying it celebrates unrighteousness. The world proclaims LGBTQ, right? That's what Ivy is saying during the live video stream. They proclaim Pride Month, and the NBA does too. They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride Month to celebrate unrighteousness. They proclaim it on the billboards. They proclaim it on the streets, unrighteousness. It then goes on to say, Ken, that in another live stream Monday evening, Ivy questioned why he was waived before speaking again at length about religion. The Bulls said my conduct is just detrimental to the team. He said, why didn't they just say we don't agree with this stance on LGBTQ? Why didn't they say that? How is it conduct detrimental to the team? What did I do to the team? What did
Yeah.
I do to the players? Kind of want to break that down because that's been going viral, bro.
Been going ham, bro.
Been viral.
Everybody got something to say, man.
Everybody got something saying. Look, here we are now, trying
Mm-hmm.
to say something. Trying to say
Right.
something.
Man,
Yeah.
I really have held my public opinion on that, Ty.
Okay.
I know how I feel about that.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I don't know if you feel like whenever there's so much chatter around something, you have a thought, but you're like, man, it's so saturated. I don't even know where to jump in the conversation at.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so what does that mean? Does that mean you not about to say something on it? Like,
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, I guess finally, like who are about to speak on this, man. Like,
Yeah.
I think what I'm trying to say is for all week, I have just kind of internalized it. And, I've read things, I've done a little
Mhm.
research. I've been kind of slow to inject, into the conversation publicly because it's such a sensitive subject right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On my own social media platforms, I've been slower to
100%.
I've been wanting to get the facts
Yeah.
of what does what did he actually say?
Right.
Because I don't want to be in support of something that like bro tripping, bro he ain't even being biblical right now. Like,
Right.
you feel me?
I feel you
Yeah,
100%.
yeah,
Did you actually watch the full live video? There's two of them actually. There was one like he was at the airport getting on the plane, he was talking. Then there was another one. I don't know if it was as it was boarding. I mean, leaving the plane. That was lengthy as well.
yeah. So I did see a little bit of that video of him on the plane. Kind of sound like, like he was just like they was bored or whatever, and he was kind of going in on Steph Curry and LeBron James. And I did see another video with him like sitting outside. So I watched a couple of the videos, and then I've also watched some other commentary, like some channels that I follow personally, just kind of, and I trust their perspective on things, just kind of what they got to say, because I know these
Okay.
people do a lot of research. These people
Mhm.
do. They done, went on Twitter and went to the wife's page, and so these are good
Oh
sources.
man, they okay.
These are good sources of like, okay, they done their due diligence before they put this content out there.
Okay.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So yeah.
Okay. Let me just get straight to the point then. Like, what
Sure.
was your initial reaction after watching the video?
Mm, my initial reaction is first. So I'll say this: the first thing I wanted to know was what he actually said.
Mhm.
Like what was the gist of what he actually said, and was it like a crazy rant? Was it some type of was it you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so from what I gathered, man, I mean, to the extent of him speaking out against the NBA, it was to sum it up, like basically the NBA is celebrating unrighteousness by having these pride nights, and I don't disagree with that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I've never personally been a fan of like infusing any of those social things into like sports, bro. Like I'm a sports fanatic purist. Like I grew up watching sports, bro, and I can say that sports has become more and more of a platform for it seems like everything but sports. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Whether it's the Black Lives Matter thing or it's the, whatever somebody's cause is, bro. Like it's starting to overtake sports just being about sports, which used to be something where I would say no matter where you're from, no matter what walk of life you've walked, like sports was kind of a common ground because we came and we played together and it was about football or it was about basketball, which now
Mhm.
is more about political, religious things or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's some type of agenda, I feel like, and like just to kind of stay on topic and on brand, bro. I agree with what he said. I don't think he was wrong for what he said. And the big thing for me is what I wanted to make sure is, did he bash the gay people? Did he say, oh, they don't, they should be harmed. They should
Right.
be they should be ostracized, or they should be banned from going to the arenas. They should be, beaten in the streets. They should be dehumanized. I didn't hear none of that, not one time.
Right.
I just heard him say he had an opinion about the Pride Night thing. And I agree, me being a Rangers fan, not to be long-winded, and I'm gonna land my plane right here, but me being a Rangers fan, one of the things that I do appreciate about the organization of the Texas Rangers is they're one of the only teams in the MLB that do not do a Pride Night. Where it's I feel like it's become so what am I trying to say? Um, ties really become very like a popular thing, like a matter of are you on the side of the popular opinion, of today, or are you just on the side of, you just outdated, you just antiquated,
Yeah.
you're old school, you're narrow
Yeah.
minded, you're hateful. I don't understand how we got to the place of like, if I disagree with something, that automatically puts me in the category of like, I'm hateful.
Hmm.
I hate you, and I want you to, I want you to not exist anymore.
Yeah.
That's not true. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
let me. I feel like I'm rambling, bro. Let me.
No, you speaking
Yeah,
good stuff, man.
okay. Yeah.
I hear you. I think I'm always weary of organizations that are not by nature, in nature, or designed to tackle certain things, create an avenue for certain things. So the NBA is a sports franchise
Mm-hmm.
designed to deliver sports to us, the consumer. They're not designed to or fashioned in such a way to deliver messages um, that are political in nature or that are divisive or economic or whatever. They're not designed to do that. So every time I think that a company such as like the NBA or a corporation like the NBA or association like the NBA or any other of those sports corporations or associations, leagues do that, it's a money thing. It's all about money.
It's
It's
yeah,
a revenue thing. How can I
man, man.
exploit this social agenda to gain revenue?
Yeah.
I can sell T-shirts with the pride symbols on them. I can have little like pride bracelets I can sell to folks. We can
Mm,
put it on the jersey. We can garner all these things and get mask it under representation and um, how can acceptance to bring this audience that we haven't reached yet and tell them, hey, we care about you.
mm-hmm.
Come and watch our team play.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so I'm always like, yeah, as much as like people want to say, well, they've always been about diversity or always been about whatever. Like, no, they haven't. Like,
Right. Like,
they realize that this is a means to make money and they're
it's
going
the
to make
money.
money
Yeah,
off of it.
it's a
And
financial cap, an opportunity for financial gain.
100%, even with the Black Lives Matter
All of that.
movement, like black folks, yeah, we gonna come on. And I'm not equating, please don't hear me equate like the LGBTQ movement with
To right, right, right. That's not
I
what we're
am
saying.
not equating the
Because I can
two.
hear people now. Oh man, that's
Right.
what you said, basically.
Right.
No, that's
I'm not
not what we're
equating it to,
saying.
but I'm just saying
Yeah,
they are social agendas that can be exploited for
yeah,
financial gain. They
yeah,
weren't sending that money to BLM movement, and if they were, it was probably mostly just recognition, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And, like,
yeah,
get
yeah,
TV time, or
yeah,
whatever, and they're not sending that money, the LGBTQ stuff they're making for Pride Month, they're not sending that to organizations that deal with abuse in LGBTQ relationships. They're not or, um, helping fight for policy changes and how jobs, I don't know, hire LGBTQ. Like they're not sending that money to them. Like they don't really care. Like you think they care. Like it's another way
it's about
to,
revenue. It's about eyes, views.
yeah,
It's about that with the NBA, man. And here we go. We fall right in line and
yeah,
getting all in a tizzy. Everybody,
yeah,
people are online arguing with one another
yeah,
about further dividing and further, like not building inroads
right,
uh, over the latest issue or
right,
the latest, hot topic.
100%.
Yeah.
And
So
I think what he said to answer that question poignantly, of course, I agree with what he's saying as far as the NBA is, calling LGBTQ a celebration of unrighteousness. Of course, I agree with that. As a believer, as a person who
mhm,
believes in Christ, in the scriptures, I agree with that sentiment.
yeah.
I I didn't hear anything he said that had to do with, like you said, ostracizing uh, people in that community, or
Yeah,
disrespecting them or anything like that. Because I would vehemently disagree with anybody who does disrespect them on the basis of their sexual orientation.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
he just he just had a view about um, them celebrating it. You know,
Ty, where do we how do we get to a place where we just cannot bear to hear somebody having an opposing opinion to something? How do we get to that place? How do
yeah,
we get
it's
to
sensationalism.
it's crazy, you know?
Yeah, it's what sells, bro? Sensationalism, drama sells, bro.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I think there's people who are agitators purposely for
Mm-hmm.
their own personal means. Whether that means is like, look at me, I can be an agitator. Like, look at me, like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, and like, please believe the people who agitate, they're gonna push out their
Oh
social
yeah,
media
for sure.
anyway. Like people are
Sure, bro. Yeah, man.
trying to get a buck and a dollar and arouse out of you, rage bait, so that they can pump up who they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's all pride driven. And I think that's how we get to a point where we can't hear one another because our pride has taken over. You hear
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like, I can't hear the disagreements that you have because I want to showcase how well I can argue you, or how well versed I am in this topic, or um oh yeah, it's just pride, bro. I think that's there's no humility. There's no,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
change of heart. You know what I'm saying? There's no God, basically. There's no Holy Spirit driving these conversations, even for us as believers, as we talk about other issues that plague the church,
Yeah.
LGBTQ. This is something that plagues the church. Like, this is not something this is not secular versus sacred.
Yeah.
These communities are in the church now, are in
Mm-hmm.
the Western congregations. So how do we then deal with that? Or do we just separate ourselves, or do we actually have a conversation and
Yeah.
talk, and to seek and grow?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's
Yeah.
how we got there, man. This pride is how we got here.
Yeah. I definitely would say that as a believer, this week has been a reminder to me that the message of the gospel, the true gospel, not the anything that I'm getting in the Bible and kind of twisting the meaning, or oh, God didn't really mean that, God didn't really say, or why did God, I'm called to remember that, like, when you're really carrying the gospel and the truth of Jesus Christ, bro, for a lot of us it's going to be offensive.
Mhm.
A lot of things that's in God's word are not going to sit well
Yeah,
with
and it
us
shouldn't.
in our spirit, and it
And it
shouldn't.
shouldn't.
Ty, I just remember, man, like, before I got saved, brother, it disturbed me in my
Mm.
innermost being, bro. But we have to remember that when you become a believer in Jesus Christ, bro, there's a death. You die. Like the old you, your nature,
Yeah.
your natural
Death.
inclinations,
Yeah.
they die. and,
Yeah, I
and,
mean,
and,
that's
and
all
you're
Galatians.
new.
That's
You know
all
what I'm
Galatians.
saying?
Yeah, I hear you. That's all Galatians is about, bro. Is dying to the flesh. That the things of the spirit
Die
are
to the
against the
flesh,
things of the
bro.
flesh, to keep you from doing the very thing that you want to do. That's Galatians 5, my brother.
We have to understand
So
all of these things, the whether it's homosexuality, whether it's whoremongering as a straight man or woman,
100%.
sleeping with women and men
Yeah.
before marriage, but all of these things are, like you said, these are things that are an offense to God.
Mhm.
It ain't just man and man, woman and woman.
Right.
It's man and woman outside of if you don't get the license
Mhm.
to do that. You know what I'm saying? These are
Blessing
conversations
from
that are
God, be in
uncomfortable,
covenant. Yeah.
right? Because it doesn't fit our current culture.
100%.
We're so far removed from what does God say about these things.
Mm.
We don't even
Mm.
care about what God says, because we've had so many men come after God and say, you know what, we can do it. We can do these things. We can do it this way, and
Yeah.
and we don't even know what God said.
Mm.
Half the time we go to church,
My God.
and we don't even get in the Bible. We just hear the pastor. We take his word for, is he studying the Bible? You know what I'm saying?
I hear
But
you.
how many times have we went to church and we hadn't even like questioned like what is the pastor, is what he's saying biblical? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like we're lazy. We don't do the work. We
Yeah.
don't get in the word. We
Yeah.
don't go before the face of God for ourselves. And that's
Mhm.
why we're not familiar with his heart.
Yeah.
And we're
I
not
agree.
convicted about, we don't even know things hurt God.
Mm.
We don't even know things, we don't know these things. So therefore, of course, we're going to live in a way where we're blind,
Right.
to the fact of like we might be out of right position. We don't even know. you,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man,
Yeah.
it's a reminder that like, man, I have a mission as a
Mm.
believer, and the Bible speaks about I'm going to say some things, and some of these things as a believer that I'm going to say are going to draw a wedge between me and my mother,
Yeah.
me and my father.
Yeah.
It might draw a wedge in my household,
Yeah.
but
I would
hey,
like to say though, I don't disagree with the NBA saying or the Bulls organizations letting them go.
I mean,
A
listen,
lot of people don't like, 'cause listen, man, I'm not gonna call this persecution when we have actual Christians on the other side of the world being
come on,
persecuted, heads chopped
bro,
off, uh,
dying,
dying for the cause of Christ.
can't read the Bible
Can't
in
read the
public,
Bible, in
can't
dungeon,
pray in public.
in cave, can't play real Christians being persecuted. I'm not gonna call this persecution nor feel some type of way about the fact the Bulls decided to waive him. Jaden Ivey signed a contract, and this is just the harsh truth. And so, if this brother continues to stand 10 toes down and he goes in a different direction, this may be something that God is calling him to. Was calling him to go. Hey, you served yourself in the NBA. I'm calling you now to ministry. Praise
For
God for
sure.
you. Praise God for him. Right?
That's what I've been
Like,
thinking about. That's one of the things I've been thinking about. It's like, man,
and
we
that
don't know what God's got for Jaden Ivey.
right. And so me, I'm like,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, hey, man, like the Bulls did what they have to do. They're saying, hey, we align on this side.
The Bulls ain't no church.
Yeah, they're saying this is the side that we're on.
Right, right,
You
right.
made it clear that you're on this side, that you call it
Yeah,
unrighteousness. We don't want to hear you call it unrighteousness.
yeah,
Therefore, we're parting ways.
yeah,
I'm not gonna look at Jaden Ivey or anybody else and want to say, boo hoo. Oh man,
yeah.
like no, bro.
We
Like that
we
they
we
made
can't
a
get mad how they chose to,
exactly.
respond.
And that's what I want
You know what I'm
believers to
saying?
understand, especially believers here in the West, because it's like we got bigger fish to fry, homie.
Oh yeah,
We
for
got
sure.
bigger things to fry. G.
That's for
we got
sure.
we got people in this world that can't read the Bible, can't pray for fear of getting their heads cut off or getting shot.
Yeah,
Like I'm not worried about old boy losing. Like it's sad. I mean, not sad. It's unfortunate,
it's unfortunate, but we
but
know that if he's doing what God is called him to do, then God is going to take care of.
doing much better than people who live in a lukewarm life,
Come on, bro.
right?
And we gotta be in a place to be willing to endure these types of losses for the sake of God. You know what I'm saying?
What they do now, they do to clog it. That's
Yeah.
real, bro.
I be seeing them girls doing that type of stuff.
Clog
But
that,
bro,
bro.
this is if anything, this is I think I have not spoken publicly about this week because one, I've been really wrestling with where
Mhm.
I'm at. God, am I willing to, like, if it came
Mm,
down to it,
mm.
and my workplace started to
BB,
promote
you in my
something
street, BB.
that I know is anti, you, would
Mm,
I be willing to speak up, and would I be willing to
mm,
risk my livelihood? I'm a
mm,
father. I got children.
mm.
Would I sit there and be quiet because I don't want to lose my money,
Mm.
my living? Or would I,
Crazy.
or God, if you're leading me to say something, would I be bold enough to say something, no matter what the consequence may be?
No matter what.
Because I could get fired.
Mhm.
We live in a time today where you can get fired, you can get canceled, you can get it can get like that.
Yeah. Where's your
And
faith?
But Ty, even in that, that's still a luxury because I ain't gonna get my head chopped off yet. We ain't got there yet in America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'll lose my finances. I'll lose my income. But so be it. Right?
Right.
We
And we have to get to that place. And
we
if
got to get
that's
to that
where
place.
if Jaden is at that place, all the more power to you, brother. And I'm praying for you. And I
I'm
pray
praying
that
for
God
you,
will
bro.
continue
Yeah.
to be in your life and continue to transform your heart. If that's where he's at, that's where he's at.
Yeah. As long as you ain't out here spreading hate,
Facts.
you ain't out here spreading, any false gospels, any
Foolishness, right.
false foolishness, you
Heresy.
know. Yeah, bro. Like if you
You're
if
doing what
you
you're
if
doing.
you doing what God called you to do, if he's word in your mouth to speak and for such a time as this, then brother, speak
And obey. Yep.
and obey. Yes, sir.
All right,
So
we done talked to do this about length. Let's go ahead and move over to something a little more light,
let's do it.
a little more
A
lighthearted.
little more lighthearted.
Let's see if I could share the screen again. Let's see. Share the screen. I got something for y'all to kind of move this around. So I need me moving around. Let's see if you can see this, my brother.
I like what we're doing with the visuals now, man. I'm a visual guy. You know what I'm saying?
Let's look at this, bro.
Ooh-wee.
Look at these gas prices, bro.
$4. Where are we in California?
Bro, this is Texas, bro. This is what they say in Texas, bro.
So I'm gonna be honest with
you. And 82 cents.
I don't even look at the price no more. I just pump. I mean, what I'm gonna do? Not pay?
Right.
I'm gonna walk.
You gotta go from point A to point B.
So I don't even look at the price no more. I just push the button and put the pump in the tank and just go, bro.
Bro, I be thinking I hear a click. I'm like, oh, click already, and it ain't.
Sometimes I don't even got no money in the bank account. I just be
crazy, bro.
Man, hey,
look at that. $3.
That's crazy, bro.
The national average over here is say $4.01. Let's see California. $6. $6. You know, black man, we're gonna round that up. That ain't no.
That's $6. That's $6. You heard me. $6. Hey, Lord have mercy.
Okay, back home in Indiana, they $3.19. That's the same. They more than us.
Where is it cheapest at?
Cheapest. Let's see. Cheapest would be
in the white.
No, the white ones is $3.
Oh, the dark blue. Okay.
Yeah, dark blue. So Georgia, Mississippi.
Go back to Georgia.
Oh,
3.37. Okay.
Yeah, 3.7. We got. Let me see the lowest one. Let me see.
I'm gonna move back to Kansas, bro.
You said Kansas? Is that what it was?
Kansas 3.3. We're going back to Kansas, brother.
I don't know a single. I know a couple cities in Kansas.
It's beautiful up there. Look, Lenexa, Kansas. I got a place for you.
Yeah,
it's beautiful up there, brother. Yeah. You get 4 seasons and everything.
No, that's crazy, bro. Because
it's wild.
I had to bring this up, man, because I've been realizing like, I live 35 minutes. I commute 35 minutes.
Oh, easy.
A day.
Easy.
Ain't that what Deontay Wilder said? To this day.
To this day. Hey man, listen.
35 minutes to this day.
Bro, my commute is a cool 35 with no traffic.
With no traffic.
In a Starbucks stop. You feel me?
Gotta get the latte.
Gotta get that frap. You gotta get that ice shaking espresso.
Hey.
And this ain't no pub for Starbucks. I'm just saying. Maybe it's not. Maybe Starbucks ain't your thing. Maybe it's 7 Brews.
Dutch Bros. No,
Dutch Bros.
Don't go to 7 Brews.
Scooters.
No, if 7 Brews want to sponsor us, I guess it's bottom up.
Listen, if they want to sponsor us, I listen. I drink a cup of coffee on camera every Friday. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. But man, this is crazy time, man. Like the gas prices are high. The groceries are up there.
Yeah. So I didn't even look at the I was thinking about doing all that, doing grocery, eggs, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but bro,
milk.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, bro.
It is crazy, man.
Ty, they say today there's a stat out there that says that there's never been a time in history where people have had to work 2 full-time jobs.
Full-time.
My wife sent me a graphic the other day that said like to live comfortably in Dallas, a single person needs to be making $96,000 a year.
That's wild.
That's wild, bro.
Wild.
That's crazy, bro.
I'm gonna need your boy Trump to kind of cool it off,
bro. Man, listen, man. That's ain't no hope, brother. I mean, I ain't gonna say ain't no hope. I take that back. But
we can compare states. This is cool. This is a good little.
It
Good
ain't
little
looking
thing.
good.
It's a good little thing. I wonder if they do milk and eggs, like you said, in different
They probably do.
locations.
What website is this? The AAA?
Yeah, this is AAA fuel
That's cool.
prices.
I didn't know that AAA had this feature on the
They got
website.
fuel. They got fuel saving tips. What they do?
What's up? Look,
Daily
carpool.
drive, slow down and drive the speed limit.
Listen, you can't listen. Ride shares ain't the cheaper route, bro.
You don't
A,
think so?
brother, a ride share. If listen, the average commute in Dallas right now is about 30 to 40 minutes, bro. That ride share gonna be about $60 one way. I had to Uber to work a few months back, bro. I Ubered there 50, 45, $50. Uber home 45, 50, $60.
Oh,
Bro, that's $100 a day.
in a day?
You better off getting you a car.
Oh, facts.
You can pay $600 a week on Ubers, bro. You can pay $700 a month on a car. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Yeah, bro. It's like that.
It's getting rough out here though. Real talk, real talk. I've
Nah,
been
it's
like
been rough out
on
here,
my
bro.
days off, I've been really planning. Do I need to go here?
Right.
Do I 100% need to go here? Because can I walk?
Bro, it's so many days I don't even think about leaving my door. I don't even listen. It's been days where if I ain't got to go in, bro, my alarm don't ever get cut off.
Hey,
That alarm been set all day because we ain't went nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's rough out here, man. That's why we got to be, whew,
man, on it.
we got to be on it, bro.
Okay, I got something else, man, on the agenda. Something else. Do you like golf?
I want to get into golf.
Okay.
I heard that I was told that golf is not a cheap hobby.
It's not.
But, I do know, like, there's a lot of opportunities to network too.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to get into golfing, bro. Yes, sir. What about you? Are you a golfer yet?
I've been to a real driving range, not Top Golf. A real driving range before it was bad. It was brutal.
Okay.
I'll just tell you that it was real brutal. But speaking of golf, one of the goats of golf consistently seems to get himself into trouble.
I know we ain't talking about.
You say what?
I said I know we ain't talking about who I think you talking about.
We talking about the
Go
one
ahead.
and only.
Go ahead, bro.
Talking about the one and only, bro. Your boy Tiger.
Tiger in trouble again, bro.
Your boy Tiger.
The 82-time PGA Tour. That's a lot of wins, bro. 82.
Man, he veered toward oncoming traffic. He's charged with driving under the influence with property damage and refusal to submit to a lawful test, both misdemeanors. It says Woods, who was not injured in the crash, has pleaded not guilty, according to court documents. The crash happened on Jupiter Island, a residential barrier island dotted with luxury homes about 2 hours north of Miami, featuring a 2-lane road sandwiched between the Atlantic Ocean and Hope Sound. Woods, whose legal name is Eldrick, I didn't know that.
Didn't know that. Eldrick.
I think I did know that.
That's the blackest name he could have ever had, bro. Eldrick.
What do you say? His mama named him Cassius.
Eldrick.
He said his mama named Cassius. I'm gonna call him Cassius.
Man, wow.
He told deputies he was driving from his home when the crash happened, according to body camera video. Woods landed over across the road's double solid lines and then maneuvered around another vehicle, which had a trailer attached. According to the affidavit, Woods struck the trailer, causing his SUV to flip onto the driver's side. Officials say Woods told the deputy he did not notice the other vehicle slowing down because he was looking at his cell phone and changing the radio station. Body camera video shows.
Wow.
Yeah, I bring this up because of this. This is not let's talk about and shame Tiger.
Nah, for sure, man.
I think this is a prime example of the need for us to learn from each other. One, I mean, of course, as a police officer, it's never safe to drink and drive. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Okay? That it's never safe. But also, Tiger has been in this problem multiple times. Arrested twice, but has been stopped multiple times for drinking and driving.
So this span back to us being youth.
Yep. So to talk about addictions. I think as believers, we skip over this part of our lives, and that's addictions. and they come in many different forms: addiction to alcohol, addiction to pornography, addiction
Food,
to
overeating.
what else?
I said food.
Food, addiction
And
to
raise my hand.
marijuana,
Yeah.
addiction to I would say attention.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
There's
sir.
so many different addictions that we as humans, let alone believers, struggle with, that we, for some reason, tend to keep quiet. And I'm here to tell you all that we need to, first and foremost, submit our wills to the Lord, but then
Yes, sir.
also learn from each other. Learn that the roads of addiction will take you under.
Sure will.
Will
It
take you
sure
under.
will, bro.
One thing I really want to kind of get on here and say when it comes to that is that I always, and I think I might have said this to you before.
What's that?
Proverbs 18:1. It says, whoever isolates himself seeks his own desires and breaks out against sound judgment. I always say that first because it's so true. Because when we're dealing with addictions, that's really the first thing we do. We isolate ourselves.
Yeah.
We hide and cower. We do what Adam and Eve did in the garden. They weren't dealing with addiction, but they sinned, and the first thing they did, they go hide themselves when God was walking in the cool of day. And so that's what we do, and especially when it comes to addictions. We hide and we don't bring those things to light, right?
Yeah.
And we stay trapped, really. And yeah, I just wanted anybody, if y'all, I forget, gambling's a huge addiction now too, especially since they legalized.
Oh yeah,
gambling.
All of listen, I got some of them on my phone that I got into and had to leave them alone, bro. Underdog, all that stuff, bro. You realize you don't, and the thing about addiction is sometimes we don't even acknowledge that it's got power over us. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a prime example. I got into the whole prize picks thing, and I got into it. How arrogant of me to tell there's many people who have testified about having gambling addictions, stories that we've heard of people losing houses, people losing cars, people
100%.
losing everything, bro. I was telling myself, oh man, I got control of this. I'm just gonna put a little 20 here, a little 5 there. And it wasn't until I checked how much money that I had given that app, and I said, oh my God, I ain't even noticed. Because I was doing it in little increments here and there. It was little 10 don't hurt here, little 5 don't hurt there.
$20, they add up.
And I said, and one day I was at work and I said, man, let me go on this app and let me see, because it don't make it plain how much you done invested, but it shows you real big how much you can win, because that's what gets you. I realized, Ty, that I fell in love with the idea of what I could win, and I never did win. I don't even think I won not one time. So I think I was so bad at it. One night they just gave me some money on the app. They were like, "Here,
a promo.
You could,
bro, you the promo
off GP." You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, bro. Like, the thing about addiction is that it's always gonna hide the investment. What it costs you, it will never be loud.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be subtle.
I hear you.
Until you look up one day and you like, man, whoa, how did I get here, bro? I'm 50 something years old and I'm stuck in this cycle.
Yeah.
Getting arrested. You know what I'm saying? We're not judging and condemning Tiger Woods, nobody. But this is just a reality.
Yeah.
Of what addiction can do. You know what I'm saying?
And I would say especially in our culture where everything is sensationalized, everything is at the tips of our fingers,
glamorized.
You know what I'm saying? It's so accessible to get into prize picks, to get into pornography, to get into alcohol. Like it's so accessible. There's a liquor store in every corner. And when you was talking about, like, the arrogance of you to be like, man, I'm not gonna struggle with this. I was thinking about that when it came to alcohol. I definitely no, I'm not gonna be drunk, but I'm gonna have a drink every night and stuff like that. Not being careful. You look up 3 months go by, you had a drink every single night.
Ty, you realize,
and then you get mad when somebody say something.
Right. Right.
When my wife told me, she said, "Hey, bro, this your third beer tonight." Like you, well, I can't drink.
I ain't gotta go to work in the morning,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. You get defensive, but you got to realize, man, like,
Mhm.
dude, it's always designed to be dressed up
Mhm.
and to be packaged really nice. I grew up in the hood, man. So I'm used to seeing, the liquor store or the Buck and Ruck, something
Yeah.
like that.
Package stuff.
But now, now where we live at it's not so raw. It's Total Wine. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Specs.
Mhm.
You don't know what a spec is.
Yeah.
but they
Well, I
they
hear a bunny
remove what
on
it
there.
is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same engine.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And we just got to be careful, man. Like the enemy ain't gonna give you a vice that's unattractive.
Right.
He gonna figure out what you drawn to,
Mhm.
what gets you, what your thing, and he gonna make it look good.
He gonna wrap. He gonna wrap it up.
Wrap that thing up.
Mhm. Put a bow
You know
on it.
what I'm saying? Put a bow on it. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? Yeah. So,
Good. All right,
man,
man.
prayers
This
for
is
Tiger Woods, bro.
yeah. I prayer for Tiger Woods.
Prayers
100%.
for Tiger Woods, bro, and anybody else out there that's struggling
Mhm.
silently with addiction, man. Like, man, you are not alone.
Not alone.
You aren't the only
Don't
one.
isolate yourself.
Please don't, because that's the worst thing that you can do.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say we can do, because
100%.
yeah,
100%. All right. So on top it up with Ty and Kent, we got a little segment that we're gonna do. It's the last segment, kind of in and out, and it's is it biblical?
Mm,
We're gonna have some type of theme song for this part. I
okay,
got this
okay,
figured out.
yeah,
Dun,
yeah.
dun, dun,
The game
dun.
show theme song.
Yeah, or maybe like some OG Ron C.
No, switch it
Is
out.
it biblical? Something, you feel me? I'll play it. Is it biblical? Okay, here we go. Easter celebrations, Easter egg hunt, pictures with the Easter bunny. Is it biblical?
Mm,
Tough
is
one.
it biblical?
What do you think? Is it biblical?
Here's my take. And I'll always stand to be corrected. If y'all get in the comments, y'all got some type of information for me, or y'all fry me, cool. I'm a man, I can stand on it.
Mhm.
But I do not think that Easter, from the sense of the Easter bunny and the eggs, is a biblical part of Easter. I understand Holy Week. Like this week we did, in my household, we acknowledge Holy Week starting on last Sunday, which was Palm Sunday.
Mhm.
I forgot what they refer to the Monday. Every day starting on Sunday, Palm Sunday, there's a significance
Yeah.
to the story of that led to Christ being on the cross. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. So celebrating Easter, yes, because we're remembering, like, Jesus died on the cross, and he was resurrected
Mhm.
on Sunday, on the seventh day. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might need to go back to Bible study.
On the what day?
Not the seventh day, or what day? What am I trying to say? Come on, help me out. Help me out.
What, on the Sabbath?
He was resurrected.
What are you trying to say? Resurrection Day?
The Resurrection Sunday, bro. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, just Resurrection Sunday.
I don't
Yeah.
know why. I think I'm conflating with the Genesis story. My bad. I'm sorry.
You good.
But the Easter bunny and the chocolate and
Yeah.
I don't think that's biblical. But I would not be honest and sit here and say, like, I don't, like, we don't celebrate, like, we don't partake, like, we don't participate in the we're gonna do an Easter egg hunt tomorrow with the
Mhm.
kids. We're gonna barbecue. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, I think for me, I'm teaching my children, like, hey man, this is the true part of why we
Right.
celebrate.
Amen.
The week. This is the meaning. It's an opportunity for us as a family to talk about Jesus, talk about the resurrection, talk about Palm. What was Palm? Sunday. What was
Yeah.
Good Friday?
Yeah.
Baby, you just out of school, but there's a reason why
Right.
the world is acknowledging Good
Good
Friday.
Friday.
You
Right.
know, but yeah, I mean, I don't think the commercial part of it. Yeah.
There it is. It's commercial. I'm gonna tell you, like I said with Jaden Ivey, and it came to that Pride Month and how people trying to exploit things to make money. We live in a capitalistic society. You can make money off the egg hunt. You can make money off the Easter bunny. You can make money off chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
I do not agree with this idea that everything has a pagan um history.
Mm-hmm.
The they say about like the Easter bunny, like celebrating the goddess of Ishtar and all that.
I've heard that.
I
Yeah.
used to be
Yeah.
heavy on that, but the more and more you research, the more and more you look it up, there is
Mhm.
no substantial. There are some claims to it in Nordic uh mythos, but there's no substantial amount of evidence proving that that's the origins of Easter, or
Mhm.
that Easter is connected to the Babylonian Ishtar. There's no substantial evidence that that's
Which
the
was
case.
what, a fertility god or something like that.
Right.
Hence the reason why they
But
say
but
you have
but even if
eggs.
that's true, that the Ishtar is the fertility god, that doesn't mean that there's a direct correlation between Easter
Hmm.
and Ishtar. And
Right. Right.
there's not enough, to me, there's not enough evidence.
Yeah.
I think you hit the nail on the head when it comes to, is it biblical to celebrate those things? No.
Right.
But what is our primary focus? If as a church, as a
Hmm.
local church,
Yeah.
as husbands who are in charge of a household, if our primary thing about this Holy Week is about the Easter egg hunt and the Easter bunny, we failed,
We
and
missed it.
that intent becomes an idol.
Yeah. We
You know what I'm
missed
saying?
it, man. Yeah.
So idol is maybe is not necessarily Ishtar, but the idol could be your devotion to putting on these events,
Hmm.
right? Um,
Right.
Anything that
Right.
gets away of your devotion to the Lord is an idol. And so I think if we are clear and decisive about how we spend our time and what we're teaching to our children, I think it's okay for them to celebrate and do an Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's fine. As long as we clear about we're celebrating the death, the burial, and the resurrection, most
Restoration. Yeah.
importantly,
That's most
on the
important,
person
man.
of Jesus Christ on this Holy
It's
Week.
the same thing about Christmas.
Same thing about Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So like that's how I feel. Those minor celebrations, no, they're not biblical, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't partake. But if you have strong convictions about it, who am I to tell you?
Right. That's what I
That's
was going to
fair.
say is, well, if you have convictions, like for me, Halloween is one that I'm like more
Yeah.
convicted about
Yeah.
because of all of the, like spiritual aspects. Uh, but hey, like I said, follow your convictions, man. Yeah.
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 That's good. That's good.
Yep.
All right, y'all, man. This is the first rendition of Chop It Up with Ty and Ken,
Yes,
in which
sir.
again we're just taking current news, sports, music, culture, and have a biblical viewpoint on it. We want y'all to like this live. We want y'all to follow us on our YouTube channel. Again, if you just go on the YouTube bar, search "It Is Written," all one
Mhm.
word, and add the numbers 220 at the end of it, we will come up. You'll see all our content there for your viewing pleasure. Also, follow us, excuse me, on our Facebook page. It
Mhm.
is written, and we do have a TikTok. Our TikTok is Equip and Encourage, in which we're going to try to have a lot more fun on. All right. We love y'all. We want y'all to stay blessed and peace. All right, Ken, we out, G.
Yes, sir.